Hi, good morning everybody. It's Anna here and I'm going to be taking you through the addition and subtraction progression from year 1 to year 6, so both key stages. The materials I've chosen this morning are from White Rose Maths, as across the 3 schools we tend to use this resource, and it's a really great way of showing how important the concrete resources are and how the different ways that we can show the children how to use them. Okay, so subtraction skills now, moving forward, you're going to see loads of the same strategies, okay, but hopefully if these have gone through from year 1 to year 6, children will be really confident in this. Okay, and what I would say with subtraction is we always tend to do addition first, so making sure that we make the link between addition and subtraction, just like we do with multiplication and division. Subtraction sometimes often comes as a second, and children find it more challenging than addition. But if we're doing it both at the same time, okay, children will pick up these skills just as well. Okay, so as you can see, looks very similar. Okay, use of part whole, use of numicon, use of the tens frame, use of the multi-link counters. Okay, bead strings again, number lines, counting backwards, part whole used, bar models used with crossing out in it. Okay, part whole models, bar models, tens frames and number shapes support partitioning. Tens frames, number tracks, single bar models and bead strings support reduction. Cubes and bar models with 2 bars can support finding the difference. Okay, really good vocabulary use. Okay, so even as young as year 1, okay, we know that our children can cope with it, so we're using subtract, okay, making sure that the language is consistent across all year groups. Okay, so we're using subtract, finding the difference. Okay, when subtracting 1-digit numbers that cross 10, it is important to highlight the importance of 10 ones equaling 110 again. Okay, children should be encouraged to find the number bond to 10 when partitioning the subtracted number. Tens frames, number shapes and number lines are particularly useful for this. Okay, so again, when we're doing 14 subtract 6, okay, thinking about our number sense and, oh, well, I know that 14, okay, has 4 ones, and I know that I can partition a 6 into a 4 and a 2, so I can jump back 4 first and then jump back the 2. Okay, again, always trying to build up those larger steps on the number line. Fine at first, okay, jumping back in ones for accuracy, okay, and then trying to use that number bond work to partition the numbers. Okay. Okay, again, very similar, okay, but we're looking at numbers up to 100. It says at this stage, encourage children to use the formal column method when calculating alongside the concrete apparatus. Again, so our tens and ones column there to demonstrate 65 subtract 28. Okay, so where we are giving over the ones from our tens column, okay, demonstrate that with the place value counters or with the deans, and then write the column subtraction along the side so they can see what's happening, so it's really clear. Okay, children can also use a blank number line to count on to find the difference. Encourage them again to jump to multiples of 10 to become more efficient. Okay, so jumping on from 28 up to 65. Yeah, okay. Okay, again, year 3, subtraction numbers with up to 3 digits. You'll see no real differences there. Okay, I would still, where you want to, use the number lines if children are really working well with the number lines and they have a good understanding. Okay, and then continue to encourage the column subtraction with the use of the concrete apparatus still. Okay, this can go right up into year 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, it's incredible that some children that high up still have no understanding of why they have to convert between the different columns. So making that really clear at every single level right through Key Stage 2 too. Okay. Again, exactly the same, subtracting numbers with up to 4 digits this time, making sure that that place value is really clear, where the children place their numbers, okay, is really accurate. And again, still showing them using the deans, using the place value counters, so that they really understand the process and how they're moving through it. Okay, so again, ensure children write out their calculation alongside any concrete resources so they can see the links to the written method. Okay, quite often we ask them to explain their working out, so this is a really good way if they can actually move the concrete resources while you're talking, just like we do with them. Okay, that's a really good way of the children showing their understanding and mastery of these strategies. Okay, again with decimal places, place value counters again, plain counters again can be used under the headings. Okay, and ensure children have experience of subtracting decimals with a variety of decimal places. Again, put it into real life contexts, money and measures. Okay, making sure again they use the place value. Using the placeholder if they need to of the 0. Okay. Oops. Sorry. And year 5 and 6 there, subtracting numbers with more than 4 digits. So again, really neat number formation. Use of the column subtraction for the most efficient method. Okay, still using those place value counters to show how we subtract those numbers and how we may need to exchange. Okay, again, still in year 5 and 6, get them to do the part wholes, get them to do the bar models. Okay, so I'm just directing you to the Ultimate Maths vocabulary list for Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. Okay, all of these links will be provided as well, but a really useful key vocabulary list there from Third Space Learning that can be used for your working walls. Okay, and then I'm pointing you in the direction of addition and subtraction with reasoning on the NCETM website. Okay, some of my favourites that we use all the time. Okay, I'll see if we can open it for us here, just to show you what it looks like. Okay, so some examples. It goes all the way from year 1 to year 6, which we've been looking at today. And some examples continue the pattern, missing numbers, and it goes right through addition and subtraction. So I would really recommend this. Lots of true or false, what do you notice, harder and easier questions. Okay, making those links again between addition and subtraction. Other possibilities, great questions there. What single digit numbers could go in the boxes? So we've got 3 single digit numbers. How many different ways can you do this? Lots of open-ended questions once they've really understood the strategies behind addition and subtraction. missing symbols, asking them to put in the symbols. Okay, fact families. Convince me. In my head I have 2 odd numbers with a difference of 2. What could they be? Okay. And then a section there on inverse operations, estimating and checking answers. So just really good, some really good open-ended questions. Always, sometimes and never. Is it always, sometimes or never true that the sum of 4 even numbers is divisible by 4? Okay, so really, some really good challenges there throughout your addition and subtraction unit as well. Okay, so I really hope that that has been useful. Okay, and I am just in the very final slide, just referring you back as well to Higher Lane's homeschooling part of their website. There's a great section on mathematics tutorials, which has the third space learning videos on as well. And just looking at a few that are there, there's addition using the number line, column addition of 2-digit numbers, subtraction by counting backwards, subtraction the formal method with no exchange and with exchange, and adding and subtracting fractions with the same and different denominators. So loads of useful resources out there, but as always, if you need any support with anything, please do not hesitate to ask. And I hope that has been useful. That's the progression of addition and subtraction from year 1 to year 6. Thanks everybody, take care, bye.